and we take a lapel grip, and we take an outside knee grip. And we're going in the direction here, he's following you, and then at some point you switch direction, but he carries on going that way, and you take the knee here. So this grip is the important one. Alright, so legs again. And you stay there, and maybe ask your partner to just sort of re-guard or escape. And it should be strong enough and fast enough, this grip there, for you to maintain position and progress to side. That's part one. Part two, this time he's on his back. Feet is facing me. It's very hard to do that. He's dragging on the ground, and it's quite hard to do that version, right? So in which case you resort to double knee grip. Now traditionally we teach the Toreando grip is here. The closer his thigh and his knees are to his chest, and the more his feet face my chest, the harder it is. It's just a lump, I can't move. So we change the grip to, we're telegraphing slightly, outside, inside. So doing the same thing, go one, and punch. You have stronger stiff arm punching effect here. And then again, try and regard. This causes a lot of problems for the person regarding. Try it on the other side. You go one way. And that punching effect will stop them. So work both guard passes. Remember, bottom person, number one, number two. Two versions of the butterfly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, let's go. I'm trying to, can't really get much. Switch base here. I have got my bum, my hip on the half on the ground, half on in. I don't want to commit too much. If I commit here, you don't feel any weight on the really again. And if I should convert this guard to something else, or you could even take my back, there's all sorts of things to do. Yeah, whereas if I'm completely on with here, you just roll to one side. I go that, and then, I'm in trouble. You want to play that sort of, when you drill this, you want to get that sort of sensitivity of where the best place for me. And the bottom person maybe plays this part so it's not so static, maybe just tries a little, And immediately I'm grabbing around the knee and pulling up. If you're finding this difficult to attract your leg, I can use my bottom knee in here to jam the bottom leg. Keep pulling up, see how the knots opens up. Here, here, here. So that's the one where we switch base. We're going to do two versions. One traditional half guard. This time, instead of switching to face his legs here, I'm cupping around his head and I'm backstepping. Now careful with this one, don't backstep and carry your own body momentum so that he follows you up. Okay, that's the bad way to do it. You're trying your best to flatten him, and as we step over, I jam my foot here and he tries to follow up. I'm preventing him from doing so with the unhook, into my foot here. When you feel, again, there's that balance in between, am I on his body, am I on the floor? You've got to feel for the right sort of sensitivity of where to be. Inside knee grip, walking up, walking up, walking up, walking wide, sitting out, and converting into your favourite side position. So two versions. They're quite fun to do and take a little bit of practice, fair enough, but this is what we're here for. So drill it slow at first, and then build up the speed and the realism of it. Yep, 1, 2, 3, here. Here. I sit back so I have a little space here, because there isn't much you can do really unless he sits up and plays a different kind of guard. But say he's committed to this knee shield, I need to get my ribs just over that shin line. You'll feel it. So up, lower, upper, lapel, lower, doesn't really matter. Probably low one's better because then you've got, when you put your head on there, you've got that twisting motion. Here, tummy, grip, protect your elbow, head, elevate, push down as you elevate. Okay, you can walk around if you want, but at some point you'll want to slide your shin through. Say it gets stuck by the end of the world. Now it's your hips. Punch back, pressure forward, lean back. Then assert your favourite side control. That's number one, that's the hard one. Number two is the easy one. I can't get this, whatever it is, quite low. Lapel, knee, stand up. It's when you feel they've got a very loose half knee shoe. Which some people do. I have a very loose knee shoe because I like the flexibility of not being committed to a guard. Can't get in, stand up. So his knees are neutral. Here, step back, kick back. Two versions. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Spin around actually. So De La Riva guard would be anything where the hook is on the inside thigh and also he's grabbing my ankle. Alright? And there will be various sleeve grips, collar grips, that sort of thing. So your first thing is to be in good base. If I'm here, doesn't matter what I'm doing with my hands or my legs, but look how far I'm leading because I want to put pressure on him. He only has to grab, keep the De La Riva and swing me over your head. That's it, yeah. Got it. Oh, that was very good. Yeah, nice. Right. So that's the kind of sweep you can be prone to because it's very much about unbalancing them. So your first port of call is to squat down, join the elbow to the knee, and be as stable as you can. So whatever he does in terms of tugging, extending away from me, I'm as balanced as I can. Okay, so from here what we're going to do is point the toe outwards if you can, best you can. And I'm going to straighten my leg, insert the knee, and then we've got rid of the De La Riva. I'll show you that bit again. That's the bit that gets tricky, and I must admit it's the hardest thing to do. Spin around so you can see that grip there, very annoying. In fact, if you're good at De La Riva, you'll pull the grip so hard that my heel faces outwards, which negates the defense that I want to do. If you're good at being in De La Riva, you'll stop him doing that by here, keeping the heel in, pressuring in, and straight, I'm lifting my bum up, straightening, which releases that, and as you go down again, I'm pointing the knee out, and consequently the toes point out as well, hiding my heel. I'm bringing my elbow in. That's stage one. You can't get the De La Riva in again because there's no space underneath my bum. Or if it does, it's very weakened. Now look at this grip. This is useful. I'm pushing in. What we're going to do is just going to sit on his shin here. And again, I'm squashing down as much as I can, but I'm not so far back where he just sits forward. And I go back out. Watch out for that. I've been victim of that many times. And yet, neither am I leading so much, they just kick and I'm That's why it's tricky, it's the balancing. But if you're around about in this sweet spot here, it's quite hard. Now, this bit is the fun bit. We're going to punch in, and as we punch in, we turn to face the other way. As we turn to face the way we're punching, we're going to kick back, and then we're here again. Keep this here until you feel ready to transition to side control. You want to see that now? Just so. Yeah. Keeping you up, Harry. Get tired. So De La Riva guard, doesn't matter where this is controlling me. Generally he'll get an angle like pushing. I don't want to go over the points of this because you seem to be doing this week, no problem, so be aware of that. Keeping myself down as squat as much as I can. Some sort of grip here, just as a preempt. Okay, I'm leaning in, trying to get my knee facing outwards to begin. It's hard because it's got a cup in my heel. When I feel ready, straighten, invade the space. Okay, and my toes should be pointing outwards. Not exaggeratingly, you're never going to get that far, but that's enough. It's like trying to prevent a heel hook. If my heel's here, he's going to get the heel hook. Here, it's much harder. Okay. Now, I have to jump over this hurdle here. I'm going to lean in. Here, sit. Knee grip. You want to ask your partners to just push you around a bit, because that's what it's going to be like in reality. And don't just hop your leg over, don't forget the next bit. Leaning in, facing that way. See how? On his hip. In the past I've taught it where you just go, and then when I've done it, it never works because the grip is too strong. And so if I turn, it's a bit easier because his hand just slips. I go with the grip. So quite simple, really. There was another one I was going to show you, but I think that's enough.
First.
Yeah, that's right there, yeah. I was going to do 2 per guard. Very well, do that. 1, 2, 3, guys.